Okay, it says I'm live. Let me see if it's lying. Dismiss. Hi, Cheese. Okay. And there we go. All right, welcome to the 13th January Q&A session. Gonna wait for a couple people to kind of roll on in. Sorry, guys. I'm still fighting this cold. I am still sick. It says I got 2 viewers. Well, unless it's me and Fixed Bayonets. They're lying. While I'm working on that, or waiting for that, WQRF Rockford. Scientists say gene found in Georgia sewer water, could be global public health threat. Okay. Just going to get down to the basics here. They say that the Mike Charlie Romeo gene, MCR gene, can make a bacteria resistant to colistin, which is a one of the world's most important antibiotics, and that it has been found in Morganelli morgani. I'll be honest, before today I'd never heard of any of the three. But it makes me wonder if they're not just trying to create more panic. Okay, on the other side of the news, the Supreme Court struck down Joe's test, so is it vax or test mandate, which was going to become a vax and test mandate in 6 months anyways. So celebrate those small victories in life. Of course, Cheese. Cheese Bear says, I can't stay, but I will watch tomorrow, and thank you for the email. And for those of you who care, and a few who don't, well, actually, sort of everybody. This morning, I said something about Iran created the coronavirus and framed China, and I've been saying that since 1 February 2020. Yeah. And I believe it's true. I believe the evidence points to that being a legitimate theory. Nobody believes me, and I'm okay with that. But because of my critics, and some of them being self-anointed experts, I actually had to go back and research. That's how I discovered that Iran had 2 world-class research facilities. I forgot what the hell they're called. Which is twice as many as China has. Of course. And she says, thank you for understanding. Of course. I miss a lot of the streams that I would like to see. Like Ghost Tack almost every time. Mecca about 3/4 of the time. Who else? Daisy half the time. Amira from time to time. I miss hers. Damn it. I'm slipping, guys. I'm slipping. So, it is what it is. And I have to learn to be okay with it. All right. So, YouTube is telling me I have 3 people watching. So, say something in the chat unless you're fixed. Just let me know you're out there. Big fuck you would be greatly appreciated, especially from you veterans. There's an old saying. Well, there's a new meme, really. Veterans don't say "I love you." They say "fuck you, fuckface," and it's the most beautiful thing on earth. The first time I saw that was about a year ago. I thought, gee, that's kind of stupid. Actually, it was about 2 years ago. I thought, that's kind of dumb. And then I thought about it for like a half second and realized, but it's true. So, and don't even try to understand veterans. We're not normal. We're not. There's hey, Black. There's another meme out there. It's paratroopers jumping out of a plane. It says, seriously, I used to do this for a living and you expect normal? We jump out of planes, or in my case, jump out of boats in the middle of San Francisco Bay in February in a Mustang suit. What the hell is wrong with me? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with me that I'm going to jump out of a perfectly safe boat in the middle of February in a Mustang suit, not even a dry suit, a Mustang suit? Well, what the hell is wrong with me? It's a warrant officer standing there. There's a BM warrant, by the way. Nobody else had their dry suit. I was not supposed to jump in, but now she's kind of in a spot, and she looks at me and says, "Seaman Carey, can you jump in that? Can you swim in that? Something like that." Watch me, ma'am. And I did. I jumped in. That BM1 that I mentioned from time to time, who went on to become a chief, the one who's like way the fuck up here, Papa Carey, God, literally God. Oh, give me a second, guys. Well, I guess all I can do is hide this one on my stream, and goddamn, yeah, I know I did that. Thanks. Okay, sorry, guys. Yeah, that BM1 who's up here with Papa Carey and God. I'm Mama Carey, by the way. Rest her soul in peace, but Mama Carey. He saw me do that jump. Now, he was like 2 or 3 groups ahead of me, but he saw me do that jump. He was done with his swim. He came back, kind of swam up alongside me and said something about, Carey, don't you fucking quit on me. What? People, no, this is a great day. I'm having a lot of fun. God, I'm dying. Right? I did. I thought I was going to die. Completed the swim 4 months later. 3 months later? A couple months later, okay? Part of my boat crew quals, I had to do a 100-yard swim from the boat to an object, or just out 100 yards, and back again. I had to do it with a tending line on. Thank you. Black Magic, I appreciate that. The BM1 was, I believe he was actually the coxswain. He might have been break-in coxswain, but I believe he was the coxswain. And doing crew qualifications is part of coxswain qualifications. Tells me, Carey, get in the water and swim. I didn't even ask. I didn't wait long enough to figure out the rest of what he was up to. This BM1. Told me to get in the water. I got in the water that fast. I go out and I don't know how far it was, but I went until he told me to stop. And I was just going to keep going until he told me to stop. And he tells me to stop. And I stop and I turn around, look at the boat. Well, I see him and a seaman, an E3 versus an E6 here, by the way. Standing up on the boat, they seem to be talking. I don't know what. I'm too far away to hear. BM1 says, keep swimming. Oh, I must have heard him wrong, right? Turn around, start swimming again. I keep swimming on out. And I hear him yell out, stop. Stop? Or did I mishear him again? Because I maybe, it was exhausting swim, right? He starts reeling me in. Oh, okay. That's cool. I don't know what's going on. Well, it turns out that this E6 who had seen me do the swim in February just wanted me to go half the distance because he'd seen me go twice the distance already once. But the E3, the seaman, said, the rules say you have to do it out to 100 yards of 5 million miles. I don't give a shit how far it is. The M1 standing there, you know what? He's actually right, and if he makes a stink about it, he's going to win. Okay, I'm going to make Kerry go all the way, even though I've seen him do a whole lot worse than this. And it must have been several months later because the water was warm, because it was very warm out. I remember I asked him if I could take my dry suit off. He said no. I asked him if I could jump back in the water. He said yes. I did not know anything about this little battle on the boat till almost a year later. Okay, caught up to speed. That's why I trust that BM1 beyond my own life, which is how much I trust Papa Kerry, how much I trusted Mama Kerry. And that is my reality. Okay, now Black Magic, I know you're out there, so don't even bother bullshitting me. Ask a question. An on-topic question. I'm going to follow up on something from this morning. The only religion I hate is Satanists. Not all Satanists call themselves that. The first ones were, quote, bored Catholic priests who would just hold an anti-Christian ceremony because they were bored and they were kind of maybe a little bit stupid and probably drank too much. And then they'd sober up and they'd realize how stupid this was and break it off. Between the two world wars, there was a marked rise in spiritualism. This has a lot to do with anti-Catholic specifically and anti-Christian in general attitudes coming off the late war. People were mad. All right. Germany especially was mad because they had lost the war and they didn't understand why. Into this environment entered a few people like this Aleister Crowley, who was mentioned this morning. What the hell is the name of that fat fucker? Not Aleister, although he was fat too. Anyway, basically, Crowley's master, teacher, whatever, into this environment came these people, and they took the spiritualist movement off in a sudden 90-degree left turn and turned it into a satanic movement. They really did. That's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And into this environment, the satanic environment, came a former German army corporal by the name of Adolf Hitler. Drugs were encouraged. Promiscuous sex was encouraged. Rebelling against the system was encouraged. That gave rise to Nazi Germany with the support of certain people from England, from France, from Poland, from Russia, people who were angry mostly about the way the previous war had come out, or their feeling of disenfranchisement in the wake of the war. That's mostly Britons. Nazi Germany rises. Nazi Germany takes over basically all of Europe and loots the shit out of it, especially the gold. All that gold, well, like at least half the gold disappeared. Where did it go? To this day, we have not tracked down but maybe 10%. That includes the stuff in the Swiss bank vaults. That maybe accounts 25% total of it might be identified. Where's the rest? Well, my belief, my contention, is that as Hitler spreads his influence, he got influence on a certain self-anointed mufti out of Cairo, I believe it was, named, I know his last name was Husani. I know his first initial is R, like Ramid. Damn it, that's very close. Anyway, Hitler, this guy became the Muslim Führer. I believe that was his title. His unofficial title, of course. After the war, he disappeared. And you know who else disappeared right about the same time? Otto Skorzeny. If the name rings a bell, he's AKA Hitler's favorite commando. This is the guy that led the mission that rescued Mussolini, broke the back of France. He tore up French communication lines during the invasion into France. That was the guy that pulled that off. I saw that black magic. I'll get to it in a moment. And I don't mean the manhole cover. He disappeared to the Middle East. My belief is that he took a huge chunk of gold, like a couple 100 pounds worth, maybe even a ton, half a ton more likely. And a couple of the people that he wanted to save with him hooked up with Husseini and gave Husseini the part of at least the gold to go set up his operation, his new operation. His new operation being centered in, Palestine was the entire region, really. But it would come to be an organization led by, God damn it, Khomeini's predecessor. Khomeini, as in the mostly self-titled Ayatollah of Iran. Most people don't realize this. Khomeini had as much to do with the Iranian Revolution as Marx. No, that's not even fair. Oh, there's two Russian generals from World War II, the two successful ones. Khrushchev and, let's just say, I'll just pick on Khrushchev for now. No! Magic. Not the rhymes with shoes, not the Jews. All right? I gotta break this thinking. Blame the Jews for everything. No, guys. You're not even seeing the forest. Never mind the trees. Not Eisenhower either. Khomeini. He took over the ideological and financial control of Hitler's satanic church. The current Iranian government, first of all, was never legitimate to begin with. Second of all, Khomeini had as much to do with that revolution as Khrushchev did the Russian Revolution, which is literally nothing. But he gained control because he brought the gold. Okay, I'm going to get to the questions. Black Magic asked, does driving over a manhole cover ever trigger you? Some vets friends lose it at that noise. No. I'm going to take a guess and say that these were Iraq veterans mostly. I'm still pissed that I never deployed. I joined the Coast Guard to go to Bosnia. Not a lot of people can say, I joined the Coast Guard to go to war. Most people say, I joined the Coast Guard to not go in the military, but I knew differently. I knew better. And I did the exact opposite. And I never deployed, and I'm still pissed. I'm fucking pissed about that. Okay, Black Magic says Nazi equals Nazi equals not communist. There's a lot of interplay here. I mean, it's like Lutheran versus Baptist, right? They're both Christians, but they're not the same flavor of Christian. And by the way, Nazi or communist is still a Satanist. That's a spicy take out there, folks. And I come from a long line of military men. Jesus Christ. Up until me, my family, my father's family, up until my father's generation, at least every first son served in the military at some point in their life. My father did, his older brother did, their younger brother did not. Their father did, his father did. I have photographs of Orville Carey in uniform after he came back. His father, Orville had been in World War I. Dick had been in World War II. Papa Carey served in Vietnam. My uncle served in the Navy during that time frame, but not in Vietnam, you don't always get a choice about which pile of shit you eat when you sign that blank check. But he served on an aircraft carrier that responded to USS Liberty. Papa Carey, his older brother. My grandfather served in air base in World War II, where they used to have to clean guys or get guys out of parts of the plane using garden hose. That was Dick. Oroville was gassed in World War I. His father had fought in or served in the Army during the Plains Wars, and I think during the Civil War. His father had definitely served in the Civil War. At one time I could tell you the unit he served with. His father had served in 1812 at the Battle of New Orleans. His father had served during the Revolution. Now, I don't know too much about the Revolutionary War service. My uncle's eldest son served in Iraq in 91. He was at one end of a building when a scud fell on the other end. He was literally one bulkhead away from not being here anymore. Apparently, even that bulkhead buckled but held. I was the first one to serve in the military and not deploy to a combat zone. And that is a huge black mark on me. Hell, my younger brother, after 9/11, joined the Air Force, and he got to go to Afghanistan. Bagram. I'm a little mad. I also saw a couple things in the service that I'm not... y'all aren't ready to hear about the rape I witnessed. Well, yeah. You're just not ready to hear about that. Insides out, off there. Black magic, that made much more sense before you corrected it. Moving right along. Oh, excuse me, guys. It's been pointed out that I fidget too much, so decided to start playing with the yeah. Decided I'd start playing with my buckle. Black, you had a caps lock fail again. All right. So no, driving over manhole covers doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. For no reason I can explain on Earth, the thing that sets it off the most is eating at a restaurant. And y'all, every one of you who sees this now or later, say a little prayer for Papa Carey, because when I go back to see him, he wants to go out to eat. Partially because it's an in-your-face thing for Il Duce, I mean Governor Newsom. But mostly, let's get the hell out of the house. He has to take me with him. Y'all should really feel bad for him, because he's got to sit there and watch me have a mini meltdown right there in front of him 3 and 4 times in an hour. I do feel bad for him. Okay, we're at a half now. Oh. Sorry. Damn it. I am not a professional, in case you hadn't noticed. All right, where was I? Question that never gets asked. And I don't know why. I really don't. Everybody knows that I'm a historian. Not everybody realizes that like 3/4 of history buffs or historians are also sci-fi fans. So, what sci-fi universe would I most want to live in? Star Wars. Better armor, better, generally better weapons, although phasers are better than blasters. Fast facts there for you folks. I would not want to live in the Battlestar Galactica universe because as a human, no, humanity's toast in that universe. And apparently Black Magic would prefer the Firefly universe. Yeah, Serenity was pretty cool. Point of order. Malcolm was not a criminal, right? He was a veteran from the war. That war was over. When the war is over, the combatants go home. That's it. All right? You're not a criminal unless you committed a war crime. The fact that they let Malcolm walk away at all means he never committed a war crime they know about, and I never heard about. He was just on the wrong side, the losing side of the war. On the other hand, the leaf on the breeze. Moving right along. Okay, I'm all caught up now. So that would be my preferred universe, which brings me to a curious point. I think next generation of guns are going to be energy based, probably generally along the phasers of Star Wars or basic lasers. Or perhaps even masers, which is a term most of you aren't familiar with. No, Black Magic, I'm not asking for a brown shirt or a black one. But yeah, I think that's going to be the next generation of firearms. As the chemical-based weapons burn out, because the chemicals involved run out, the probability is that we'll have to eventually switch over to a purely energy-based system, which blasters are not. Blasters are a actual chemical reaction activated by an electricity, right? And if I understand right, it's hyper-ignited gas, so plasma, that comes out of the barrel. If you ever watch a remastered Star Wars A New Hope, the bridge scene in particular, you can see the shell casings flying through the air from the two stormtroopers and from Princess Leia. When they shot, you can see the shell casings jump out of the E11? Yeah, I think it's E11s because they're Stens, modified Stens. How do you explain that? Well, actually, no, they're not Sten guns. They're blasters, and blasters use plasma. Wouldn't mind a brown coat, though. I used to have a brown coat. It was suede. And I put 2 pips on the collar. Those of you that know, know. All right, moving right along. Ow. Okay, we're only half an hour, and as far as I can tell, I only have black magic in here, so ask another question while I make one up. What's my religion? This is my religion, and this is my denomination. I'm just saying, guys, this is actually my denomination. Love you, Susan. Well, you can ask more questions. They say that the Marine Corps is a cult. Well, that's kind of true. And thank God for the cultists, because guess what? I am one too. My cult is a little bit weird. We're as likely to punch you in the face as we are to save your life, and sometimes both at the same time. That's actually a thing. During Operation Iraqi Freedom, and I'm not making this up, I keep getting confused because they're sister ships, sister cutters, and they both have the same first letter. The oh god damn it! Now I can't even remember either one of their names. Okay, Papa Grizz 56. You're gonna have to turn your camera on if you want to come out, and you can sit backstage until you decide what you want to do. Where was I? 2 Coast Guard cutters, exact same class, turned into an Iraqi port. Nobody's really sure exactly what they were thinking, but a pair of Iraqi gunboats came out to confront them, guns blazing. The lead of the 2 opened fire on the gunboats, sank them, destroyed them. I'm absolutely sure that some of the crew died. But after the boats sank, we pulled up alongside and fished the survivors out of the water. Now, I'm a seaman at a small boat station in California at the time, right? Long, long way from Iraq. And pissed, and sitting there pissed that I didn't get to go. But we did that. That actually happened. Well, Pop, decide what you want to do, or don't, I guess. Moving right along. So, yeah, we're literally as likely to save you as punch you in the face with a 50 caliber machine gun. And I know one asshole, the moment that something starts going a little bit swirly, he's going to stop for half a second, look, see, yeah, it really is wrong, and hop on the 50 cal thinking, oh shit, I'm going to be in trouble. And unlike fixed bayonets, I remember every moment of that. So if it happens in the real world, I will remember every moment of it. I will also remember singing bang, 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 for the rest of my life, thinking this is so stupid. Why don't they give me blanks or something? Story time. I got sent to the PSU. PSU is that tiny little part of the Coast Guard that kills people and breaks shit. Okay. I'm at the I'm actually at Camp Lejeune, which is where the Marines send their non-infantry. Um, they're non. Well, maybe they're non-tank, non-armored guys as well. Um, but that at very least they're non-infantry members to get their rifleman's training, because in the Marines every man is a rifleman. Period. Doesn't matter if you're an aviator or a supply officer or a personnel specialist like Fix was when she was in the Corps. You're a rifleman. Okay. Coast Guard sends PSU there, so we get that same kind of training, only we do 2 weeks versus their 8 weeks. Ooh. I get why that one kid had such a nasty look on his face. But moving right along, this is the class final, all right? We have to set up an actual checkpoint or security zone for a simulated base. We ended up on the machine gun just about the time the suicide bomber scenario starts. And we'd been up there for about 4 or 5 minutes. And this pickup truck comes down and horns blazing and, all kinds of chaos. And I hear a pop. What? And guys run away from, to my view, from the area where the vehicles are, or supposed to be, to my left. Not that much. Okay. Back it up like, 5 minutes and play it on 2 times speed. You should catch up in about 5 minutes, and that'll be well before the stream ends. Black. Okay. We're up there, and I hear the popping. What the hell's going on? Guys are running. What's going on? Oh my God. Who's on the machine gun? Because 50 cal. We're manning them at 50 cal. Oh shit. I better get on it before we're in trouble. Boom, drop down. Bang! Warning shot. All right. Now, actually, my hands didn't move because I was actually holding on. I yell out, bang! And I get nothing. Bang! Really? Right? I do this. I think I said bang, bang at one point. I'm still getting nothing. I say, fuck it. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Like I'm actually shooting the truck. I'm not getting any response out of anybody. What the hell? Do you not hear me? Because I can still hear the horn blaring. So fuck it. Bang, 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 bang. I'm moving around looking at the various parts of the truck like I'm shooting it, completely vaporizing it. I even got to the point where I thought, I've been shooting at that engine forever now. Let's work on the cab. Okay, well, let's work on that wheel because there's got to be something left of the wheel. That's how long I've been sitting there doing this, and nobody's told me, okay, you can stop now. Right? So, fuck it. I just keep yelling bang because I figure in the real world I'll probably forget to release the trigger anyway. And then I started singing the Meow Mix song. I started singing bang, 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 bang to the Meow Mix song tune. I actually made a point of that in my review of the school. Hey, give us something so that you know what we've really done. What the hell's going on? So I'm hoping Blackmagic's catching up. Unlike Fixed Bayonets, I'll remember what I did. For those of you that don't know, Fixed Bayonets hasn't actually been there, done that. Because when she deployed to Bosnia, she saw some Serbs trying to intimidate the Americans into leaving and not realizing that these weren't just Americans, these were Marines, and that they had the misfortune that a personnel specialist happened to be on the gun at the time. And I've gotten this confirmed from a third party. He was her staff sergeant at the time. He said she started screaming as she was shooting, and she was screaming the whole time, and I had to hit her on the head and say and yell, "Stop," or "Cease fire, Corporal," because she was a corporal at the time. "Cease firing, God damn it! Cease firing, Corporal!" "Hey, Vil, you're a little late. Sorry. You're going to miss all the fun stories." And that's what he had to do to get her to stop shooting. And if she were here to defend herself, which she can't be because we have some rules. Thanks, Phil. But it's just a sweatshirt. Right, where was I? Oh, excuse me. She would tell you she doesn't remember. She remembers that first oh shit moment. Well, shit, she can't verify this at the moment, but I think she said she remembered the first warning shot. She doesn't remember anything after that until the staff sergeant is screaming, "Cease fire, Corporal." Nothing in between. On the other hand, for those of you that might say something bad about Fix, she's been there, done that. I have not. Vil, I don't understand. Apparently Black Magic gets it, but I don't. So it is what it is. Papa Kerry tells me that happened to him. Did he say that happened to him, or did that happen to his Marines when he was in Vietnam? Oh, yes. Well, yes, they are. You know what? I don't remember if Papa Kerry said it happened to him when he was in Vietnam, or if it happened to one of his Marines. Ironically enough, Fix and Papa Kerry have that in common. Okay, guys, I've got to turn the camera off for a moment because it's really gross to watch somebody blow their nose. It's gross enough to listen to it. Oh my God. I cannot wait until I'm actually over this cold. There it goes. So there's that. Anybody that Black Magic sister. Yeah. Anybody that wants to judge Fix Bayonet's, typical woman shit, you better say it to my face. And then I'll take this or that stream private afterwards, because I'll tell you what I really thought. Black Magic may have heard of a incident involving me and a bathtubber by the name of Travis. So he can give you, and if he hasn't, he knows who to ask. He's also obsessed. Black Magic is also obsessed with Bacon Heaven. You know. Oh. There we go. Let me tell you about the glory of Bacon Heaven. I don't think that was a caps lock failure this time. So, yeah. I'm not afraid to take streams private for saying what I really thought. Okay, Bill, since you're here, and I told you beforehand, have a question, so ask it. I warned you, have a question. In the meantime, okay. I've been saying, obsessing slightly, that everybody should have a Glock 22 and an AR-15. Why? Supply chain. Oh, fuck. That reminds me. I have a 9mm drop-in barrel for my Glock 22. It's a threaded barrel, so I could, in theory, at least put a suppressor or a can or something else on it. I don't have one to put on, so what difference does that make? But I need to get a 40 cal threaded barrel just so I have one of each. And the reason I keep saying this, get the 9mm drop-in barrel for the Glock 22, and you basically have a Glock 22 and a 1.7. You don't even have to switch. You don't have to switch to the 9mm Glock 17 mags. My experience is it works better that way. I had about one failure to feed or failure to cycle putting 9mm in that 40 cal mag per mag. That's a lot. But it's still, I was still able to run it. It's like kind of one of those barely things. And now you've got two guns. Even if law enforcement does stupidly go back to 9mm as the majority the gun of preference, caliber preference, you'll still have two guns and you'll have that much more flexibility. I'm going to take a serious question. Vil asks, what is your favorite color? Black Magic guessed blue. Black and red. Tied. And yes, you need to... What the fuck? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. There's something in the private chat. Somebody tried to bribe me today. I did not notice this until just now. I had somebody backstage, Papa Grizz 56. Wait, add me, I'll turn it on, referring to the camera requirement. Then offered me 25 donation, add me. No, that's not how this works. That is not how this works, people. I cannot be bought, especially for 25? Yeah, 25. I'll tell you the truth. You want to shut me up? $10 million. One-time payment. And it better be, your check better clear. All right. Bill says, but cycling 9 mil, I assume that refers to running 9 mil through a Glock 22 with a 9 mil barrel. And yeah, it worked. It wasn't perfect. And I believe that the failure really was the mag. I was running them through my Glock 22 mags, not through Glock 17 mags, because I didn't have any. No, Black Magic, I will not bribe you. You bribe me. All right. I don't bribe you, you bribe me. That's how this works. Do you not understand? And yeah, Glock 22. Oh, it's in the safe. I will bring it next time. I actually have a 9 mil drop-in barrel for my Glock 22. It's a threaded barrel, so I have to take the thread covers off and then put it on, or put it in. But I can literally just put it right straight in, drop it on, and now have a 9 millimeter. It is that simple. I now will tell you all the truth. I did not ever think it would be that simple. I thought I'd have to carry around the barrel, the springs, probably a different firing pin, or simpler still, just a whole new upper receiver. No, just the barrel. And I'm off and running. I was absolutely floored that it was that simple. And Black Magic right now is trying to test my channel's ability to survive with sexual innuendos. All right. We got 10 minutes left, so about 10. I can go a couple minutes over. Love you, Susan. What you would call a slide, Phil? What you guys call a slide, I call a receiver. Upper receiver. I hold myself to a slightly higher standard. Oh, well, that reminds me. I was talking with Papa Carey about this last weekend, I think. Maybe it was the weekend before. If you are going to hold somebody else to a standard, you better hold yourself to a higher standard. You can make almost anything in a CNC machine. So, Glock 22 was the eventual winner of my one gun challenge. I do want to say that the competition was extremely close. The AR-15, the Glock 27, that SKS, they were all definitely tight running, and those SKSs can be developed in curious and interesting ways that the guy who hates all Russian guns respects the SKS. Does this not say everything right there? Yep, those were the other major contenders. My Keltec Sub 2000 was also one of the contenders, but they're kind of down on the list. And One that, as far as I can tell, is not out on the market yet. The Cry Precision 612. 612. It's a detachable cylinder fed shotgun. And if I understood right, it's actually gas operated revolver. So fucking cool as shit. Either way, it's double action revolver. You just put the civilian legal barrel length on it, and yes, it's a little bit longer. Oh, well, you'll live. I want to re-emphasize something. I don't actually respect any other Russian gun. They were designed, built, conceived, manufactured for illiterate Russian conscripts at first, and then barely literate Roman and Yugoslavian and Czechoslovakian conscripts after that. The one that is actually really pretty reasonably good, according to everything I've ever heard, is the AK-74. And that was going to be reserved for proper Russian, properly trained, literate Russian soldiers, and maybe some East German soldiers if they prove to be really good. Now, I'm sorry, the Russians did not design a gun for well-educated people. That was my list. SKS managed to keep my respect. And if you can get a detachable clip-fed SKS, good for you. Or a detachable clip feed conversion kit, good for you. You just gained yourself a few more options. An option I don't have. Okay. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm still dealing with this headache, or this cold right now. It's the headache. Okay, we're coming up on the last couple minutes. I guess that's it until I've actually finished the Ubra bag, which y'all are going to be in for a hell of a shock when you see the thank you, Bill. When you actually see it finished, you're going to be like, what? Yeah, that's a plot twist. We did not see that coming. So, quick housekeeping issue. Next month there will not be afternoon. Hey, Squatch. Hey, Cheese. Where was I? Next month there will not be an afternoon stream because I'm getting back into SCA. After 2 years of it being suspended because of Rona, which means I might have to stream from Papa Carey's a few times. I don't mean camera off. But yeah, I'm going back to SCA. I cannot emphasize enough my strong recommendation that you join SCA and related groups. It is a proven fact that historic reenactors have about a 5 times probability of surviving a crisis, because historic reenactors tend to be the sort of people who understand black powder and home brewing and tents and camping and whatever the hell they called it, where you put one tent inside of another, inside of another, inside of a third, fourth, whatever. Okay. So Vil can make it to SCA. There's a lot of other types of groups. There's SCA, there's North and North South Civil War Reenactor Group. There's Revolutionary War groups. If you happen to live in Indiana, swing by John Townsend and Son. I'm sure he can put you on the path to find it. What the hell? Okay. I am making sure I'm still online, guys, because I'm not sure if I am or not. Okay. Apparently I am. I'm on airplane mode and still online, so whatever. All of those kinds of groups can help you to survive a crisis 10,000 times better. I was actually trying to do a project related to that, but it kind of died, and that's unfortunate. It even had some backstory stuff to keep everything in perfect context. All right, it's 2 minutes over. I don't normally get to move over. So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. No afternoon live streams next month. Join SCA. Get your get home bag. Build your get home bag, because Niner 17 is coming, and if it comes when you're not expecting it, and I'm not expecting it, I have a very, very specific time frame in mind. It is going to be a million times worse than you expected, and even if it's just an earthquake. No black magic. Even if it's just an earthquake or a tornado or whatever, you'll still want that bag to get home. And until the next week, guys, keep calm and mandatory carry on.